Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. It's even more important now that Elizabeth leaves Yellowstone in 1923 Season 2. Despite Elizabeth Strafford, Michelle Randolph, and Jack Dutton, Darren Mann, reconciling in 1923 Season 2, Episode 4, it's more important than ever that Elizabeth leaves the Yellowstone Ranch. In Journey the Rivers of Iron, Elizabeth is convinced of her plan to leave the Dutton family and their Yellowstone ranch behind her for good. Jack's wife is more determined than ever that ranch life isn't for her after a wolf bites Elizabeth's leg in 1923 Season 2, Episode 2, leading to rabies shots in her stomach. However, Journey the Rivers of Iron may have changed her trajectory. In 1923 Season 2, Episode 4, Elizabeth discovers that she's pregnant. While it starts as another miserable day for Bob Strafford's daughter, Elizabeth gets a pep talk from Jacob Dutton, Harrison Ford, which gives the 1923 character the gumption to give herself a rabies shot rather than screaming and thrashing at those who administer it. Elizabeth's brave actions lead to a shocking revelation when Dr. Miller, Mark Denary, comes to check on her after a spike in stomach pain, revealing that she's pregnant. However, despite her pregnancy, danger and misfortune orbit Elizabeth and the Dutton Ranch. The war against the Dutton family is still quietly being waged from Donald Whitfield's Timothy Dalton mansion. Elizabeth's stay at the Yellowstone Ranch puts her directly in the line of fire in the war Banner Creighton, Jerome Flynn, plans to enact against the Yellowstone and its stewards. Terrible things happened to Elizabeth Strafford in 1923, with Jack's wife getting shot once already over the fight for the ranch. Ultimately, regardless of her reason, Elizabeth's instinct to leave the Dutton Ranch due to the perilous nature of the winter could have been a life-saving one, and she should trust it. Elizabeth planned to take a train to Boston in about a week. Bob Strafford's daughter is quite familiar with the city, having spent her previous winters there rather than back home on her father's ranch, which sat adjacent to the Yellowstone. 1923 Season 2, Episode 4 teased Elizabeth might flee the ranch and return later, as indicated in her conversation with Jack's uncle Jacob, wherein Ford's character tells her to reconsider wholly abandoning her family. Now, Elizabeth's baby underscores that Jack's wife isn't safe at the ranch. Still, the unexpected news could cause Elizabeth to stay. There's a chance Elizabeth is carrying John Dutton too, in which case, we know her baby survives, perhaps indicating that Elizabeth flees the impending danger inflicted on her new family. John Aviu, Dabney Coleman, is a character introduced in Yellowstone Season 2, Episode 7, in a flashback to John Dutton i.e.'s Kevin Costner final moments with his father. John Dutton II and Eli are fourth and fifth generation ranchers, respectively, but Yellowstone screenwriter Taylor Sheridan has yet to reveal how John Ioi and his father relate to the earlier generations of the Dutton family tree. Namely, we don't know John Hugh's parents. 1923 Season 2 is poised to give fans the answer to one of the biggest Yellowstone mysteries. Whoever gave birth to John Hugh can claim to be John Dutton IE's grandmother, and Beth Kelly Riley and Case's Luke Grimes' great-great-grandmother. It looks to be that either Spencer or Jack's heritage will eventually lead to John Dutton. However, due to their different generations in the family tree, Spencer's child would have to parent John Ewe, whereas Jack could be John Hugh's father. We know that John Dutton II is a fifth-generation rancher, and the Yellowstone lore must make that add up. While 1923 Season 2, Episode 4 continues setting up Elizabeth Strafford's exit from the Yellowstone Ranch, it doesn't mean that Michelle Randolph is exiting 1923 for good. Randolph is a staple of the 1923 cast from both seasons, and we know that she will ultimately partake in the war for the ranch. In a trailer for 1923 Season 2, images show Elizabeth Strafford huddled within the Dutton family's lodge holding a rifle. The brief slices of scenes suggest that Jack's wife indeed gets caught up in the fight, although it could be after she returns from Boston. There's no mention of Michelle Randolph leaving 1923, so we can be sure Elizabeth will continue to orbit the story. Based on her conversation with Jacob, it's likely Elizabeth will take a break from the ranch, possibly returning when things are heated. While Jack's wife has faltered in her commitment to being with her husband, Elizabeth has a good reason to flee the Yellowstone with a new baby on the way. After episode 4, it's possible that Elizabeth will compromise, staying at the ranch for now with the promise that Jack will follow her to Boston, if they both survive. In the rugged expanse of Montana, the Dutton family has long stood as a bastion against the encroaching tides of change. Their Yellowstone ranch, a testament to resilience and tenacity, has weathered countless storms, both literal and metaphorical. Yet, as the winds of 1923 blow colder and harsher, a pivotal moment emerges: Elizabeth Strafford's decision to leave the ranch. This choice, laden with personal anguish and foresight, carries profound implications for the Dutton legacy and the future of Yellowstone. Elizabeth's trials and tribulations. Elizabeth's tenure at Yellowstone has been marred by relentless adversity. From the harrowing experience of a miscarriage to narrowly escaping death at the claws of a mountain lion, her existence on the ranch has been a crucible of suffering. The culmination of these ordeals occurs when a rabid wolf attacks her, necessitating excruciating rabies treatments administered without anesthesia. These cumulative traumas compel Elizabeth to reconsider her place within the Dutton enclave, leading her to contemplate a departure to Boston, a realm far removed from the perils of frontier life. Scree and rant, the impending threats to Yellowstone. Elizabeth's resolve to leave is not solely rooted in personal affliction. The Yellowstone ranch stands on the precipice of unprecedented threats. Industrial magnate Donald Whitfield harbors ambitions to transform the pristine landscapes of Bozeman into a luxury tourist haven, with the Dutton properties squarely in his crosshairs. Whitfield's machinations include enlisting the volatile Banner Creighton to amass an armed contingent aimed at forcibly seizing the ranch. This looming conflict casts a shadow over the Duttons, rendering the ranch a potential battleground. The unborn Dutton, a beacon of hope amidst turmoil. Amidst the encircling darkness, a flicker of hope emerges with Elizabeth's discovery of her pregnancy. This revelation infuses the Dutton lineage with renewed vigor, symbolizing continuity and the prospect of new beginnings. However, the ranch's escalating dangers pose a direct threat to both Elizabeth and her unborn child. Her contemplation of leaving is thus underscored by a maternal instinct to safeguard the next generation, potentially ensuring the survival of the Dutton bloodline. Scree and rant. Parallels to Monica's struggle in Yellowstone. Elizabeth's predicament mirrors the struggles of Monica Dutton in the contemporary Yellowstone series. Monica's life on the ranch is fraught with peril and personal loss, leading her to question the viability of raising a family amidst such volatility. Both women grapple with the dichotomy of preserving familial bonds while confronting environments that threaten their very existence. Elizabeth's potential departure can be viewed as a proactive measure to shield her child from a legacy of violence and uncertainty. Scree and rant. The ramifications of Elizabeth's departure. Should Elizabeth choose to leave Yellowstone, the ramifications would ripple through the Dutton family and the ranch's future. Her absence would signify a fracture in the family's unity, potentially emboldening adversaries like Whitfield and Creighton. Conversely, her relocation could serve as a strategic retreat, preserving the Dutton lineage away from immediate harm. This move might also catalyze Jack Dutton to reevaluate his commitments, torn between familial duty and the safety of his nascent family. Elizabeth's legacy and the Dutton lineage. Elizabeth's decision holds weighty implications for the Dutton genealogy. Speculation abounds that her child could be John Dutton II, father to John Dutton, i.e., the protagonist of the Yellowstone series. If true, her departure would not signify an end, but rather a transplantation of the Dutton spirit to new environs, ensuring the family's legacy endures beyond the confines of the Montana ranch. Screen Rant, a testament to resilience. Elizabeth's journey encapsulates the broader narrative of 1923, a testament to human resilience amidst relentless adversity. Her struggles and choices reflect the universal quest for survival, identity, and legacy. Whether within the rugged terrains of Montana or the bustling streets of Boston, the essence of the Dutton family perseveres, adapting and enduring through the ages. Conclusion: Elizabeth Strafford's contemplation of leaving Yellowstone in 1923 Season 2 is a pivotal narrative juncture. Her decision intertwines personal anguish with strategic foresight, reflecting the complexities inherent in preserving family and legacy amidst external threats. As the series unfolds, her choices will indelibly shape the trajectory of the Dutton lineage, underscoring the enduring themes of resilience and adaptation that define the Yellowstone saga.